back to another Chippie Chat. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been a while, but we've all been a bit busy. I'm sure you have too.
Yeah, we've been doing lots, haven't we, mate?
We certainly have. And we're also joined here today by Henry. I was going to call you Henry Dexter then, because I just know people through their handles on Instagram. It says something like Henry, what is it?
Dex,
Henry Dex, something like that, D-E-X, which sounds like the Australian for deck. Because when they say deck, you know, if you make a deck, they say dick. They say, I'm just working on my dick. In fact, one of you guys on Instagram in Australia, he's working around a swimming pool and he's building a deck. So what he's been asked to do is go in, take an old deck up and redo the structure underneath, because we all know the deck structures, even in Australia, just don't last, they're going to rot. And it was amazing, this job he had. I was like, blimey, this little pool right in the middle, but it was all the cute and the angles. So I really liked that post that he sent me a picture of it and we had a bit of conversation. Incidentally, before we go too far, thanks for getting me to nearly 15,000 followers on Instagram. Pretty blown away by that, and I know Ed's creeping up now. You're on nearly 1,500.
No, it's 1,700.
1,700.
Yeah.
So he's
so if you haven't, check out my Instagram.
Steaming ahead, and yeah, social media seems to be all the rage these days. But anyway, we're here to talk about carpentry and joinery and other things associated with it. And this is Ed's baby. He's also gets a lot of people messaging him with requests and that sort of stuff. So is there anything that sticks in your mind that someone's asked us about?
Well, everyone's always asking where we actually are in real life. We have been insulating non-stop. We're in kind of a spaceship at the moment. It might affect the sound and the light.
It might do. It might be in our favour for once, because, you know, we're not really cameramen at all. I mean, Ed's quite capable, but you know, it's basically we're learning on the job. Well, I'm learning on the job anyway. So
well, we got the windows in, so we're up to that stage. Installation and windows in. Most of the tiling's done. We've got the solars to go on.
Yeah.
But that's where we're up to now. I had a question from a chap asking about laser levels. What's best? What's good? So I thought we could just discuss that quickly. We've got quite a few, haven't we? We've got green and red. So we can discuss the perks and cons of those.
Yeah, I mean, I've been using laser levels since probably around about 2000, and the first early ones were mainly used by ceiling fixers. They'd rock up on site and they'd have an expensive self-leveling laser they'd stick up, and it was like always, you say, how much is that? And they'd say, oh, it's thousands, you know. And obviously, as technology production around the world has become more cost effective, especially with the advent of China and the growth of China, all of these kind of electronic devices have been able to become smaller and more cost effective. But with that comes quality loss, I think. And I think it's a little bit of a price war at the moment, but the ones we've got are the sub £300 lasers. They're not that expensive. We've got a couple of Milwaukee green lasers. I think one's a bit more than 300.
One, yeah, slightly. But we also got the Leica, which is a red.
Yeah.
I think the most important for a laser level is to have the ability to lock it. So when you're in transit, the gimbal doesn't move around, so it stays actually more level. I think that is, there's a few that don't have that, and that's the lower end of the price range.
Yeah, I do think that's key. I mean, so basically with a laser level, I mean, there's so many things against you. So daylight is against you, even with a green laser, so you need a receiver. And in some cases, the receivers are as much as the laser that you're going to buy. So I think if you're going to be in the market for a laser, think about budgeting for a decent receiver, because without it, it's fine in an environment like this, because it's dull enough to see the line. But you know, if you're outside and you're setting out foundations or some other sort of levelling, you really do need that receiver, I think. But what Ed says is really key, because you've got to treat these things with great care. If you drop them, you've got to check them again. And what that might mean is setting it up on a tripod and marking some datums, moving the tripod to the other side and trying to check those references back to see if there's any difference. Water levels is always the best way to check if a laser's level. Do you use them at all?
No, I haven't.
Never?
No, not water levels, no. Just stick to the laser, check it with Stabila.
Yeah. You've probably never seen a water level, have you?
No, apart from before my time.
Have you?
I have on Grand Designs, but not
on Grand Designs.
Talking
Talking to Grand Designs, so that's finished for the season now, isn't it?
It has, yeah.
Okay, so give us some more questions that have come in.
More questions that have come in.
Apart from about our pouches, which we always get.
Apart from our pouches. There was a few questions about your favourite tool, your go-to hand tool, the one that you always carry and that you always have round.
What, my one?
Your one, the thing that you couldn't live without, you couldn't do a day without having.
Well, I mean, the obvious one, I think, I mean, I will say hammer straight away, but I think I have to put that to one side because I think people class a hammer as a hammer. It's a hand tool, obviously, but it's like, it's something you've always got with you.
Let's do something that's not obvious, something that not everyone might have in their pouch and their tool bags.
I think, in fact, it would probably be my podger.
Yeah.
Because my podger I've always got with me because I like to, I might have to just undo a scaffold tube just to slide it and do it back up again. I'm not advising removing scaffold poles, okay? And the ones I might move, it will be a putt log and it will be just a bit, but otherwise do not remove scaffold tubes, guys. So I like my podger, and even for bolting stuff up, putting it in and jacking stuff over. And it's the size which will do your normal M12 bolt for when you're connecting a timber to a timber, for example.
Yeah, I have found myself looking for it when I need something like that. It's perfect.
Nah, they're pretty good, aren't they?
Henry, what about yourself?
I like my favourite tool is probably I've got a little nail bar. It stays in the bottom of my pouch and it's got a lever. So if you've got a big sheet of plywood or something, you need to you can put it underneath it and jack it up a bit, and it's just a handy thing to have, I find.
They are good. I've got one in my belt actually.
When I haven't got it, I always find I'm looking for it. I think, where's it gone? Because it always comes in handy for all sorts of little bits.
Yeah, but your generation, I mean, you've just finished your time now.
Yeah.
Where did you study? Tell everyone where you studied.
I was at Folkestone College. Well, I started at Maidstone, done 2 years at Maidstone, finished my level 2, and then done my level 3 at Folkestone College. I had to do another 2 years there, and I got finished up last week. So
yeah, and tell us what you got.
I got 3 distinctions. I got in my final tests, you have to do a theory test, so I got distinction in that, and then you go in and do a practical test, which I had to do a staircase with a turn and a little undercover door and fit that. I think you have 7 hours to do it, so I've got that done, and then got distinctions in all 3. So
and it's crazy because Henry showed me some images because you took some pictures of it and everything else, and you put the stairs in, put a lining in, put a door in underneath and all the rest of it, and you bought a hinge jig from me before you got to know me, and you used that in your, which was amazing really, which I was well chuffed about, so well done mate, well done. Talking to hinge jigs actually, nearly 2,000 units have been bought now, which is absolutely unbelievable, and I'm not trying to hold the sales back, but I'm not doing any other marketing apart from mentioning it here and now, but we are planning in the new year to just push it out a little bit more because we've never had one back, which is absolutely amazing, and thanks to every single person who has bought one from me. It's kind of humbling, and I love the feedback. I love the pictures you send us on Instagram, and indeed when I meet you in the street and you say I've got your jig and it's it's good. It's cheap, okay, and it's accurate and it does the job simply. I suppose that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's not complicated, but so that's just a quick thanks for that.
And that's the beauty of it as well, is the fact that it's so simple.
Now some people always say to me, well, tell us what Ed's been learning, because obviously Ed's on learning on the job as well. So what have you learned recently that sticks in your mind?
The pitching, actually the labels, was when we were, Rob set me to pitch one of the dormers, which was a really good experience. I really enjoyed doing that. But the main thing was how we worked out the labels with the square. We've got a video of that coming out soon, so I'm not going to spill too many beans on that. But just the way that you can use the square to do so many more things than just find your angles and pitch a roof with. So yeah, that was probably the thing that stuck me the most.
Yeah, I think, you're quite a quick learner anyway, and because you've been working with the square for doing your commons and all the rest of it, I think, once you've seen that and you know where to reference the points, it's quite straightforward. And talking about the videos that are coming up, we've got, so we're into the roof work now. If you've been watching the big build, we're into the roof work now, and the last video before this one was doing the gable, which is behind us right here. And coming up after that, we're going to be doing Velux window installation, not the actual installation, but forming the opening structurally, the carpentry side. And we're also going to be doing some dormer work as well. And I'm going to be taking you through the basics of a common rafter in a separate video. So before you ask, why haven't you done anything like that? Or don't show them, show us, as someone said recently in the comment. We will be doing that.
It's all coming, it's all in the works.
We'll be doing that soon. We just didn't want to do like one episode of the roof because it's just too much work, so it is coming and it's going to be hopefully enjoyable to you.
Someone also said, do we have any bloopers? They said you work really nicely, and I can't remember how he worded it, but are there any bloopers? Yeah, there's probably a few good, on my behalf, a few good bloopers.
Well, there's probably bloopers as well, because I know that, for example, if you know, I sometimes say, quickly come and film this, and Ed will jump on and pick up the tripod, stick the camera on, get the mics in, and then I'll come around and someone will whack something because they didn't realise we were doing it, and I might turn around and swear and go, "Bleh," so I lose my whatever it is you lose. Yeah. And yeah, so there's lots of bloopers, and we've got a new member of the team who is, you know, invisible basically, because he is helping us with edits, because there's a fly, because I can't physically do it anymore because it's just getting too much for me, you know, and I need to spend some time with Becky and my daughter, so you know, all this like weekends and evenings behind the screen learning badly how to edit. So Joe's new, so if you do enjoy some of the new formats, we're not trying to change anything up, we're going to keep it like the vlog style that we've been doing, and I hope you enjoy that. And so welcome to Joe, who's now on the team.
Leaves us more time to film as well.
Yeah, it does, mate.
Catch
Yeah.
everything.
So anything else you want to add to this Chippie Chat? Anything you want to add?
On
This
the
is
spot-
your
on the spot
opportunity.
now.
This is your opportunity to talk to anyone who may be interested in your opinion.
Whoa,
Okay, I'll give you a hand. Let's say this is your opportunity, because you're in the market to expand and find new people to work with, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're here
Yeah,
with
definitely.
us now, but you're in the, what? Tell us where you are.
I live near Canterbury, about 15 minutes away from Canterbury, so the Kent area. But yeah, I don't mind travelling and
Yeah.
doing.
So if you're in the market for a carpenter, qualified carpenter who's got his own transport, I don't need to say all this for you, but I'll say it for you. He's got his own transport, he's got his own tools, he's capable, he's accurate and reliable, and can get up in the morning.
Nearly every morning.
He's your man. So yeah, maybe send us a message and we'll connect you or whatever. Or check him out on Instagram. Do you remember what it's called?
Henry Dex01, I think the Instagram is, but
You think?
yeah.
Henry Dex.
Yeah.
Henry Dex01.
not
I'll
too
put
with
I'll
Instagram.
put a link in the
Put it all
description,
underneath.
and I'll put Ed's in the description, and I'll also put mine in there for what it's worth. Anyway, summing up, Ed, anything else you want to add?
If you have any thoughts of anything you'd like to see on Chippie Chat in particular, just keep them coming, keep them sent to me so we can keep this going, because I've had a few people comment and say, where is it, where is it? We try to do it as much as we can, but we are actually doing something as well. We are actually building a house.
And I think once every 3 or 4 weeks is probably enough before people think, oh, they're going to just talk about the same old stuff. And also, Liam, if anyone has watched Oakwood Garden Rooms, Liam reached out to me because I like Liam. He's so entertaining. He's basically got a charity that he's trying to raise some money for. So go over to his channel maybe and check out that. Maybe I'll pop a link to that in the description as well.
Talking on charity, just to jump in, I'm actually, I know you can hardly see, but I'm doing a Movember, a very poor Movember. I'm not good at growing hair. I've got height, but I haven't got facial hair growing
The
abilities.
cat lick it off.
The cat might have licked it off. So I've actually raised.
It's nearly December. It's not. It's December next week, and there's like a.
It's the thought. It's the thought. I've raised nearly 250 quid, and I think it's such a great charity. Mental health and testicular and prostate cancer. So if you can.
Did you say testicles?
Testicular.
Not on this channel, you don't.
You'll have to bleep that. Bleep cancer
The
and
family
bleep
channel.
cancer. So if you can, please just have a look at it and donate. I think mental health in our industry is really important, and we should all be checking up on each other and making sure everyone's fine. So have a look. Yeah, giving each other hugs. So yeah, that's it for Chippie Chat. I hope you enjoyed that. That was all off the cuff. We haven't rehearsed anything, so
No.
that might show, but we'll maybe do a more polished one next time.
Excellent. See you all soon. And here's Henry. Say goodbye, Henry.
Bye. See you later.
No. Don't say goodbye, Henry. Say bye, Henry.
Bye. Henry. Bye to myself.
See you next time.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.